All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for real people, just like you and me. Want to wish a happy new year to everybody, but it's kind of a sad beginning of the year, especially if you're a fan of the Pointer Sisters. Anita Pointer has passed away at the age of 74. If you didn't know a lot about the Pointer Sisters or Anita Pointer, she rose to fame, obviously, with her sisters, Bonnie, Ruth, and June in the 1970s. It is said here that she died of cancer on Saturday. She was 74. The news was shared by her publicist, Roger Neal, who noted that she was surrounded by her family at the time of her death. In a statement, her family said, "While we are deeply saddened by the loss of Anita, we are comforted in knowing she is now with her daughter Jada and her sisters June and Bonnie and at peace. She was the one that kept us all close and together for so long." It says here, her love of our family will live on in each of us. Heaven is a more loving, beautiful place with Anita there. Ruth, 76, is actually the only surviving sister. Baby sister June died in 2006 at just 52 years old. She had cancer. And Bonnie Pointer died in 2020 of cardiac arrest. If you didn't follow the Pointer Sisters, I understand that. A lot of people who watch my channel tend to gravitate toward the rock scene, but I was a huge Pointer Sisters fan. Some of the first music I ever gravitated toward was the Pointer Sisters material in the late 70s and early 80s. And those songs, by the way, are still on the radio. They haven't focus tested them into oblivion. So it's interesting. You got to go back to 1973 when the Anita-led Yes We Can reached number 11 on the Hot 100, and their follow-up single called Fairy Tale hit number 14. For me, it was the late 70s. Bonnie did have that solo hit, Heaven Must Have Sent You, hit number 11 during the whole disco scene. But I'll tell you what, the cover of Springsteen's Fire, which is way better than any version Bruce has ever put out there, hit number 2. The single was then followed with He's So Shy, which hit number 3, and then Slow Hand, that hit number 2. That's really my favorite period for the Pointer Sisters. But then they smartly adapted to the 80s dance and R&B scene, and they had a number of hits in 1984. If you're a fan of the movie Beverly Hills Cop, you know that the opening scene with the truck, the cigarette truck, and Eddie Murphy's hanging on for dear life and so forth, and they're playing the Neutron Dance, which was a perfect, I don't know, just worked really well for that particular movie. But they had top 10 hits with Automatic, Jump for My Love, and I'm So Excited, which tends to be, I guess, their signature song, maybe. Neutron Dance was just a huge song. And their 1983 album Breakout reached multi-platinum status and won the group 2 of the 3 Grammy Awards in that category. So, again, really sad news. I mean, this is the kind of music I grew up listening to. I mean, the Pointer Sisters were just huge, and their sound was accessible. It was R&B, but it was also pop. And these ladies could sing. They could also perform live, and they looked good. They sounded good. And so, you know, triple threat with the sound and the look and the great material that they put out there. Anita Pointer, 74 years old. She's gone. And this just continues. There are a number of high-profile celebrities and music people who are just leaving planet Earth constantly. We're in a new year, but the trend continues. Look, 74, I still don't think 74 is that old. I mean, you got Paul McCartney, who just turned 80. Ringo Starr, I think, is like 82. And, you know, I'm not saying they're in perfect health or anything like that, but Paul McCartney finished up a tour last year, and I know he made quite a bit of money. And there are other people that are older still out there, still in good health and in good spirits, and we can hope that 2023 doesn't continue this trend that we see right out of the box here with Anita Pointer. So anyway, our thoughts and prayers go out to the family, the whole Pointer family, and obviously the fans who loved this band, and I know there are many of them, and all the people in radio who, you know, were playing and still are playing this iconic group so many years later. Talk about music that stands the test of time. They can't focus test the Pointer Sisters out of the scene. I'm sure they don't play certain tracks as much as they used to, but guarantee is somewhere they're playing He's So Shy or Fire or Slow Hand. I mean, it's hard to avoid such great music. Anyway, that's my video, folks. Thanks a lot for all the well wishes for New Year's. Also, a couple of new patrons coming on board, which is nice to see at the beginning of a new month. I want to thank everybody who hung on during December and all of last year, which for me was very roller coaster-ish. And I guess we're doing the same thing now going into 2023. As far as promoting the new material, I'm going to continue to try to do that on the channel. My guess is it's going to be a little less frequent. I know I had a lot of people come forward and say, we like what you're doing there at the beginning of these videos. Can you keep doing that? And I'll see what I can do. I'm kind of torn because a lot of people will tune out if, you know, the topic that they read isn't being discussed at the outset of the video. Maybe I stick it toward the end of the video. I'm not sure what the best strategy is there. I just don't want people to miss it. I'm sure people will have their remote control or their clicker, their mouse or whatever, you know, ready to go when they start hearing me blab about some band that they don't care about. But most likely I'm going to continue doing it, and maybe not again to the degree I did it in 2022, but we shall see, folks. Happy 2023, everybody, and stay healthy out there and stay safe. I didn't even mention all this stuff about all-case mortality, which I think the news media really needs to start paying attention to. I mean, if you ignore it, you're pretending something isn't happening when clearly something is happening. And, you know, I did this weird ranty video before the new year, and I'm just worried about humanity. I'm just worried about what people actually think, and also not just what they think about politics, but what they think regarding the medical industry and stuff like this. Now, it says here Anita Pointer died of cancer, and yeah, so that's what we got there. So no conspiracy, most likely, and no problem. It's always a problem, though, when someone passes away with that much talent. And again, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.